All right, and we are live. Very special guest. And for the first show in a while, I've kind of taken a little mental break, but I'm glad you guys came on tonight. Very excited. Please introduce yourselves, man. Let us know who you are, and we'll roll on from there.
Yeah, so we're a band called Change My Brain with Cakes. I'm Math playing drums. She is Cindy playing bass. He's Dave. He screams in the mic. And we have a guitarist, but he's sleepy, so he's
not there.
Tonight.
Yeah.
Oh,
He has to
it's been a long week, I think, for everybody, right?
Yep.
So my first question, man, I got creeping your stuff. Finally had a bit of time today after work, and you guys have been pumping the stuff out on YouTube, but you just recently did a thing with In the Act of Violence. Am I correct?
Yeah, I don't hear well.
Yeah, sorry, it's clipping a bit on our end.
Yeah.
Can you repeat the question, please?
You guys just did a video recently I just said it, Act of Violence.
Yeah, it's our last single that we've put out. So I think it was released a little more than a month ago.
Mm.
Yeah, and with Act of Violence, we did release Memories of Flames. It was both songs. It was 2 songs.
So,
Yeah.
Would collaborate with a band on a video like you guys just finished doing. How did that come about? And then how did you proceed? Because you guys are out of Quebec, correct?
Yeah, we're from Quebec, and for video we work with Alexis Bourchabot. I think it is. I'm not really familiar with his name. So yeah, it's Alexis, and the idea came from. Oftentimes I have an idea, so I just write it down. I talk with him, what's possible, what we can do, and for this one, it was pretty. We got everything without really planning it. We just had the room, we had the light, and we had a lot of other ideas. But I think everything just fall on our knees like in 1 week because nothing was really planned, and we just found everything with people. It just kind of clicked at the last second, so it was pretty great.
Yeah. No, I love seeing bands collaborate. It just shows how strong our scene is and how family oriented our music is. You know, like I love the makeup, the costumes. We could dive into that a little bit. That's a big thing for me, man. I love that stuff, right? So,
yeah, we put a lot of effort on the look and everything. I think it's really important for us because I grew up with bands like Kiss, Slipknot, Mudvayne, Mushroom Heads, and other weird bands from Japan like the Endurays, and all the bands just look more than normal, just over the top always. So I think it's just an important part of our stage presence and just giving more than music. It's we see what we do as a big picture of entertainment. So everything what we do, we want that everything is entertaining. That's our videos, our music, our live presence, our band pictures, everything. The more we can crank it up, the better it is. So
it's so cool. Like as a fan of music, like you mentioned Mudvayne and that, one of my favorite bands, and the makeup and the artistry that comes with the stage show. It just makes it better than coming out in your jeans and t-shirt and just jamming out, you know, like to put on that performance, to put in that passion that you do into your music. It's amazing. I love that. More than anything, I love that presence of mind. And then, you know, you already know the music's good. You know, you just got to look at you guys and be like, yeah, they play good stuff.
And what's funny in it is that we work with other band for our live shows and everything, and most of the band are like, yeah, you put a lot of times every show just to make up, put your costume on and everything, but once everything is on, it's so much easier to just kick in our stage mode, if you want. Like I think we all have it inside of us, and the makeup and the costumes or the band's mask and everything just help us to go wild and just don't care about what we are in our normal lives. Just being ourselves, but tenfold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, quick thing for when the lyrics and stuff as you write them. I know a lot of people fall in love with the lyrics right away, right? So, where does your inspiration come when you're writing your lyrics?
Oh, recently we've changed it up. So if we're talking about the songs like Never Need and Nursing Cares, how we did their stuff was different than now. So our whole stuff was more like maybe I will write something or maybe Dave will write something and at some point we just decided to make it more coherent because all our songs are like different story but interconnected. So and we discovered that Mathieu, our drum player and singer, is really great to just connect the dots and put the meat on the bone of the idea I had for the story and make them bigger than they are. So for our last singles like Act of Violence, I think it's is it the first one that we've released with your
No, Bunnyman was the first one.
Oh yeah, before we did release Bunnyman, it was one of his first song, and the last one release Act of Violence was another one, and like act of violence um is connected with other song because it's talk about Catherine,
Mhm.
one of her characters that right now I think she had two song release. I think she had a Canadian Werewolf in a Mad Mad World, Pulsing Through Your Vein, and now she have Act of Violence.
So 3 now.
Yeah, three song
Wow.
that's about the same character. And oh, just for the question. Most of the time I had an idea and I just write it down, but it's more like point A, point B, point C, or important stuff that I want in the story or in the song. And I just give it out to Mathieu and he just made amazing stuff with it. So yeah. So that's how it works for lyrics now. It's mostly him works, I think like 80% of the stuff and finalize with Dave's and they both sit down and work out how they will sing each part and give other tips and also
Yeah, how
yeah.
to present it into a form that everyone's going to enjoy, and that's how it.
Yep. It's teamwork at the end of the day. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're a band, so
Correct. You guys have like how do we support you that way?
I didn't quite get which one.
So we do have merch. It's mostly T-shirts and
For now, yeah.
Yeah, for now we have. We're experimenting with stickers and other little things like that. There's more stuff coming, but we're still trying to build a catalog. We're not quite there yet. We just figured out the music stuff, So
Yeah. I would like that we have like a big store of all of my idea I would like to sell, but it's not affordable. So go with what we got. So it's like one shirt at a time. And just recently we've released a new one. It's been made. We have worked with Curly Heart from Instagram that do some old school monster heart, heart. Sorry. It's like a monster colored heart that was most popular in the 24 and 26, like in the old metalcore stuff. everyone had colored shirt and everything, and big design full
Oh,
of colors. So I know that a lot of people compare us to this era. So I thought that it was a good idea to just bring back those type of shirt and just bring some color on the table, because every show we did, most band just have black shirt. It's great black shirt, but everyone has
no, it's
excessively too
true.
much
My
black shirt.
closet full of black shirts with band names on it. That's it. It's I like a little bit more. So
Yeah.
it's good to hear.
So yeah, that's what we did for shirt lastly. So we had another a ton of big shirt. We was talking, I think, last week with some really weird idea that we won't speak out, but maybe someday we'll have some really weird merch stuff that will. I don't think people will buy them, but I
It's
will
gonna
be
be her
proud.
fault.
Yeah.
I'll buy it up. I know it's Midnight Crow. They've got an amazing selection. They have beer koozies, keychains. Like, it's unreal what they got, man. But
Yeah.
baby steps. So we only have t-shirts, and then we do custom sweaters and then stickers. So we're
Oh,
like yourself. We're building up our catalog of what we can sell and what we have in stock, right? So,
yeah. I do. If we want to do something else, we need to find someone with content that we can just work
Trust.
with it. Yeah, that we can trust to make them out. So, because putting just idea and money out to some shady, shady partner, it's not really easy. So, yeah.
there we go. Oh, my phone stopped charging. I was panicking there. I got off work a little late, so I was like down to 20%. And I was like, "There's no way it's gonna last the whole show." So I better plug this shit in. It's working now, though. Yeah, we've been working like mad, but I got a few dates coming off here real soon, so I'm excited about that.
Hmm.
But what do you guys have coming up for costumes? Are you guys coming with a trio at all, or are you guys just locally based in Quebec for now? Or
For the costume, it was in the process from the beginning, but it did take some time to have them, to just make them out. To I had the idea of costume from the beginning of the project, but it did take some time to just figure out really how I wanted to do it and with who to do it, because it takes some skill to just make those type of costume, and some costume that are really comfortable to play on stage and everything, and being hot and all the stuff. So with the guy that did first and third official video clips on YouTube, um, it just referred me one of our friends, Cecile from Montreal, and I'd made some drawing, I had ideas, and I wanted to break, because after first video, I we've been people thought of us more like a goth band, and it was not really the idea of the band. So I wanted to break that with our first costumes. So I didn't want it something dark. I wanted something really bright, really flashy. So I opted for red and white colors, because I thought that it was really um, chic, punchy, and the extreme opposite of the black, the gut style.
yeah,
And and the basic design of each of our costumes come from old, um, if I remember correctly, some old military German outfit. I've seen it on old black and white 40s movie. I've got some short films. I was like, oh, I like this outfit. I like the big button. I like the, the colors and all the straight line on it. So I used this idea from the base of all of our costumes and personalize it for every member. And after the drawing's done,
You guys all have, you guys, like, it looks great, it goes all together, but each one's slightly different, you know? Like, you have the awesome
yeah,
on the shoulder, right? You got the,
yeah,
I love the collar and the no sleeves, and the headband, that's like, and you just over the top, you got it right down to a T, right? So,
yeah. So, like you said, everything was made look different, but to look like a unit, like a band, like a team. Because I know one of the thing I did like from the look from band like Slipknots was the idea that they all have uniform. But I thought that it was a little bit boring to myself that they all had the same uniform. I thought that it was more interesting to just bring up the personality of each member. So that was the idea to just personalize everything and just taking in consideration what we play. So for Mathieu, that is really long.
I'm tall.
Yeah, he's tall and he's really. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how to say it.
I'm
but
fucking square. You can say.
Yeah,
it.
he's square. He's square. Mathieu is a long square, but a rectangle. Yeah. But what I wanted to say is like he's behind his drum kit, and I wanted him to look even more big behind his drum kit. So I thought of the idea from his shoulder, his pike shoulder, and to make him pop up more behind the drums because most of people like drummers, but it's boring when the drummers is just hide behind his drum. So we have a drum, our drum is thought about to him being more bring up, but I thought that if his costume help him do it more, it will be even more efficient. So yeah.
So no, I cannot hide behind my symbol.
No.
I really have to look interesting at the very least. It's not easy.
You're pretty good. You're pretty good.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, what, do you guys have any big shows coming up very soon that we should be watching out for?
Oh,
Actually, kind of, yes.
we got a couple.
Yeah, we're playing at Gaspésian Metal Fest this weekend.
Yeah, this weekend in Gaspésie yeah. So we're really excited with this one. It's a festival during, I think it's from Friday to Sunday.
Yeah, Friday to Sunday.
Yeah, it's
three whole days of a lot of local metal bands.
Yeah,
It's kind of, I don't know if it's a big thing, but we look at it as a big thing because we have friends from bands we've played with and a lot of people we don't know. So we're pretty excited. It's going to be our first real festival, our second show outside, but I think it's going to be the first one we really feel like we're outside playing at people.
yeah, we're
We're
inside.
inside?
Yeah, it's inside.
Yeah,
But
I know what I'm talking about.
you're but one of the things I'm excited for this one is just going in Gaspésie.
Yeah.
It's we never played there, so and I got a lot of family from there, so it may be really exciting to just see some new place too, because often in Canada we're from Quebec, so we've got Quebec, we've got Montreal, and this is mostly all the place we got. Otherwise, we need to drive, I think, 5 to 8 hours to go to Toronto or Ontario, somewhere like that, and it's a long ride. So, yeah, and the Gaspé Metal Fest is for this weekend, and the next weekend we got 2 shows in Ontario.
Oh,
Yeah,
we're
yeah,
Ontario.
yeah. Where?
We are going June 16 in Oshawa.
Oh, dude, I'll be there. I have good friends, and actually the girl who helps me out, Hollywood, who does all the behind the scenes stuff mostly for me. She lives in Oshawa, so anytime like we did up heavy metal Oshawa there, some bands. Deadwood played. They're out of Quebec, right? And then Eaten by Sharks played. Active Violence were on the bill. Fuck, it was 2 nights, but. So you guys, I always call it the wrong name. I always call it fucking something stupid. I can't. I know the bar you're going to, Atrium or Atrium or something.
Where?
Atrium?
The Atria.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's great.
Something like that.
I could walk to the bar from her place, so this is gonna be great.
Great.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Oh,
So
So-
we'll see you there.
yeah,
That'll be awesome, man. I'll see you guys there then for sure.
yeah. Great.
And
After that, we got
June 17, we play in Toronto,
Oh, nice.
but I'm not sure where.
Yeah.
Somewhere in Toronto.
Right? Like, there's so many good spots there. Either way, you'll have a great time down in PO for sure.
Yeah, well, it's kind of really exciting because where we are, we're far from everything, so we mostly play at the same places. Like when we went to Rimouski, for me, it was kind of a big thing because it's a lot of road, but at the same time, it's not that far in terms of how much buildings you have to pass through. So,
the road
every
is
time
long,
we go
but
to a
there's
different
not enough
place, it's
building.
kind of like a small vacation. It takes the whole day, and we just see something different. It's like a new checklist on the map. We feel like we're spreading our influence, and it's pretty exciting, honestly.
Yeah.
So, pretty stoked to be playing in Toronto and going to Oshawa too.
Yeah, no, that's awesome, man. I'll definitely be there for the Oshawa show. I'll, Hollywood, I'll tell her, put it in the books so I can book it off. Make sure I'm there, right? But you guys travel? Have you thought about traveling to the States for any local shows like closer or?
Yeah.
Well, we're going to the USA.
Yeah, okay. So I was not sure if I hear it well. So we've nothing is really official. So we don't really have dates and all, but we know we're supposed to go 2 weeks in United States in October.
Oh, that would be fun, man.
Yeah.
It's going to be the first time going outside of Canada, so it's really exciting. It's also really stressing, but
it's a big deal for us,
Mhm.
and it's supposed to be 2 weeks. So I think we've got at least 10 dates.
Oh, nice.
Yep.
10 days
Yeah.
is perfect too, it's not too long, it's not too short either. You still get to do stuff, and
Yeah.
oh, you guys will love it down there, man. But yeah, we host one in May now. We've teamed up with Nowhere Records and the Enemy Kingdom of Nightmares. We do a show just in May. It's only 4 hours from you guys, and we do it every October. This year we've got Death Velvet, Last Dance Amongst Wolves are on the bill, and then Thy Enemy, Kingdom of Nightmares, and another local band. But we're always booking a year in advance, so maybe we'll talk a little more behind the stage and get you on that one for next year. It's the whole weekend thing, just a big weekend bash, jump on, a couple hundred people, pretty fun.
Nice.
But have you guys looked at say a European tour or anything of the sort, or have you thought about it?
For rock, we've got something in the talk for 2024.
Ooh.
Yeah.
But
So
nothing.
nothing concrete.
yeah.
No,
Yeah,
that's awesome
so-
to see you guys are moving forward and kind of hitting the scene pretty good this year, right?
Yeah, but from the beginning, honestly, we've started this project during the pandemic, and we surprisingly got a lot of gig during the time that we shouldn't just go out.
Yeah.
So it was kind of a good for that because it was the start of the project. So most of us didn't really was used to playing gigs. So playing in front of nobody was not really a big deal. So we just play shows and learn stuff and just roll the ball if you want. And when the crowds come in, and now we like, oh damn, that's what it is. So now going back, it will be pretty hard. Just like for a last show was Fufun Electric in Montreal last weekend, and we got a lot of people, and it was really electrifying, a really electrifying crowd. So
Our biggest yet, I think.
oh yeah, I don't know. I think the trackside was really hard to beat.
Yeah.
But yeah, so from the beginning, we never really stopped. I think we never really had a month off. So it's always like we've got mostly a gig 2 weeks. If we don't play, we just record stuff, work on the videos, or always working on some stuff. So it's pedal to the metal, I think we can say.
That's all right though. Like it's nice to hear a good change of music though. Like I get so inundated. I can't even remember the name. They were out of Michigan, I believe. A native band. The fucking name I can't remember it, but to hear them and then it was a while. I was like, fuck, you hear so much music. And then you guys popped on the list a while back. We've been back and forth a fair bit about finally getting you on here, right? So it was like a nice change, man. I'm loving it so far. I love the coffee there. That just really brings it all together for me personally, right? So appreciate that.
Thanks. That's what we wanted. We wanted to do something different, and it was like a big deal from the start because we didn't know if we will be welcome on the scene and everything. Because I know that some band like Spacemaker did it before us, and we've got compared a lot from them and everything.
Yeah.
Even if we don't really, we really do not do the same thing at all, I think. But I see why people compare it to them because there's not a lot of band that's wear costume and makeup. So, but I'm really happy that most people from any scene from the start to now just are happy to see something different. So it was a really big deal for me because at the start I wanted to put a lot of electrodes on a song and a ton of keyboards, and I've got some weird idea that I wanted to bridge between metal and alternatives and just put everything I want into the same song and not construct our song like most of the music are construct either. So we've got some chorus verse song, but we've got some 5 minute song that mostly nothing's repeats, and even us we get lost in it. So
It's pretty
Right?
it's fun to learn.
Some songs just suck you in, and you don't even realize that 10 minutes later you're like, oh, that was a long time, right?
So I'm really happy that people like it. So it's always fun to hear that just someone liked the whole idea, the costume, the music, the makeup, and everything. It's really fun to hear because we put a lot of effort in it. So it's fun that it seems worth it to the eyes of the people that see us.
Mhm.
So really appreciate it.
No, it's amazing, man. I'm a huge fan personally. It's hard not to fanboy sometimes, but trying to keep your composure, right? But yeah, I'll be there at the Oshawa show for sure. I'll drag Hollywood down too, right?
We're gonna rock the place. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
We'll get some cash, bring some merch so we can buy some t-shirts.
Yeah, we always need some merch, so we're gonna have some shirt. We got shirt.
I'm also a big collector of set lists. Do you guys have a set list that you write out and have in front of you when you're playing, or is it already in your memory? You don't even need a list.
You could say the set lists are ever changing pretty
Yeah,
much.
we need the set list right down because I change it every show. So
So we just did a show and she decides, well, first, sometimes we do 30 minutes shows, sometimes 45. I think at two occasions we played an hour, maybe a
hour
little more,
15,
but
I think we
yeah,
did.
It's very,
It's a
very rare.
long set.
So first you have to take duration, and then we don't always want to play the same thing because
We never want to play the same
yeah,
thing.
because a lot of people that come see our shows, they don't know us. So it doesn't really matter if we play the same thing. But for people who have come to see us like 5 times, we know people who have come a lot of times. Shout out to them, by the way. But yeah, it's just we don't want them to see the same show every time. So
Yeah, but it's basically for us too, because I think it's boring to just play the same set back. Like it's, I'm more excited to play a show that we try a new set and we try a new intro, or we try to start it with a new song or finish with a new one, or just I like to change it up, so it make it more exciting. And I think is if our set is more exciting to us, we're gonna give more energy and a better show on stage, so people will appreciate it. And like I said, most people that's come at our shows see us for their first time. So
Yeah,
the ones we know, but for the rare ones that come most every show, they don't have the same set list. But I don't know if they like it. I don't know if they're oh yeah, it's great. They've changed this one, or now they're playing this one. I never heard about it. So I mostly do it because I want to do it. So
well, they
yeah.
keep coming back, so they obviously are very well enjoying it, you know. But
at
I
the end
know,
of the day, they come to see
oh
people
yeah,
on
they
stage.
did Toronto and then London, and it was like the exact same show, almost word for word and everything. It was like, oh shit, yeah, I thought maybe they would have done different at the London show. But no.
I like when on stage there is more spontaneous stuff. I like just reacting to people, and it's make it more live, I think, because it's 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 lose the idea of a live performance if everything is pre-decided and we all know what's going to happen when and everything. So it's just more exciting for the people on the floor, people on the stage, and everything to just act. We go on stage, we know what the song we're gonna play, but we don't know what we're gonna do during the song. And most of the time, every show we just change it up. So yeah,
Even better,
it's
man.
boring, but it's always the same thing.
I follow you around a bunch and check out every set because it's always going to be different. That's amazing, man. That's awesome.
Mm.
So, once again, where do we find your music and stuff? Are you guys mainly on YouTube, or are you on Spotify, or all the apps?
Yeah, so we're pretty much everywhere. Spotify, iTunes, Bandcamp. I don't know them all, but
Yeah.
we're supposed to be on them all.
Yeah.
We also have our video clips, official video clips on YouTube. We take a lot of care and put a lot of effort in them, especially her. So yeah, it's pretty much, yeah. We don't have physical stuff yet because it takes money to make, and although we know a lot of people still like discs, they gotta have the money, like discs, and like us, and be at the show. It's starting to be a lot of conditions to be met, you know. So
Yeah.
probably one day, because we all love physical stuff in the band, but for right now, the only viable option pretty much is streaming services.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense right now to just make physical music. It's not that we don't want to. It's just not wise right now. So later.
Yeah. So, yeah, you guys have a link tree and stuff then. I seen that earlier. That's how I ended up going down the rabbit hole a lot there. So, I'll post it up in the title so everyone can check that out and follow the links and go from there, right? But I had one more question. Pop right out of my head, totally disappears. So, but, like, how did you guys like come up with the concept of the name? That's something I didn't ask you. That's what I was bugged about it today. That's a crazy name. How, you know, new band.
The name of the band. Change My Brain with Cakes come from I wanted a name that was catchy, punchy, colorful. I love the band. One of my favorite band names ever is "We Butter the Bread with Butter." I just, it stick it in my brain. The first time I just saw it and hear it, I was like, "Damn, I like that. I want to see what the band is about.
Yeah.
It's probably not about bread, so I want to see."
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I wanted a name that was that much colorful and didn't stick to a type of music, because I think that most I think even more than most, like 55% of the band choose their name because of the type of music they play.
Yeah.
And I think it's a boring way to see it, because your band name is the first thing, it's the first tool you've got to just grab the attention of someone. And if you can have a band name that just people like, what the fuck is that? I want to see it.
Right.
So the idea come from this idea, but it came to from a certain point of anger from most people in general, that the the band name critique the fact that people don't think for themselves. So the idea is that the cakes represent the sugar, and the sugar, when you eat it, give you false energy. It's not something that your body needs to operate, but it thinks you like it, and you just, yeah, I'm full of energy, and 10 minutes later you're like, oh, I'm depressed, I hate life and everything.
When I thought when
So
I heard the name, I thought of like 20 little kids hyped on fucking chocolate and cake.
yeah.
You know,
So,
right?
so the idea was that the brain is what give us the opportunity to just think for ourselves, have idea, be creative, and do all the amazing stuff that humans can do. But most people, I think, just decide to take the sugar and take out the brain. So that's what changed my brain with cakes signified to me. So it's a punchy, catchy, colorful names, but that has a lot of meaning to me. That's
There's
why.
a thing has a deeper meaning behind. Like once you get the name, you're like, oh, now I got to find out more. And then, you know, it's always cool to hear an awesome backstory to the name as well. You guys have the whole package. You have the backstory,
Yeah,
you have the costumes, you have the great music. You guys have put so much work into your YouTube videos. You can really tell you put in a lot of work for those things. So
I just think too much.
I hear you, man. I never stop. Right? But is there anything else you guys want to give anybody some big shout outs who's helped you along the way? Or
Big shout out. Shout out to Jay, a guitarist that wants chicken to come with us tonight.
Yeah. He needs more than 2 hours of sleep apparently before doing
Yeah.
a 12-hour drive.
No, it's fine. We love him. So no, not especially. Shout out to everyone that just support us from the start to right now, and that will support us in the next shows. Everyone that we've worked with for our video clips, like Alexi, GD, or for our costume, Cecile, and all the next people that will work with them. Every band that we play with, yeah,
no, it's awesome. I
yeah.
appreciate you guys coming on tonight, and really appreciate your time. I know you guys are busy doing everything, right? So.
Yeah, it was a pleasure. Thanks.
Oh, anytime. And then, yeah, we'll get back to you in a couple months. We'll snag you back on. I know you guys will have new stuff by then, right? So I can tell you're already working on new stuff. So, but yeah, once again, man, I want to thank you guys. Thanks everyone for watching again. Kevin, Sherilyn's watching. Donna was watching. A whole bunch of people there. I'm a little slow on the shout outs here. But once again, play it loud, play proud, peeps. And we got tomorrow, I'm doing Into the Pit, which is the radio series we're doing. We'll probably feature you guys on there with Liquid Metal of the Gods magazine from down south out of Texas. So I'll put you in touch with them. I'll get you guys in touch with Stone Davies. They'll be up and running here real soon. They're out of South Africa. So they can basically do what I do here, promote bands and stuff, and then spread the word about everybody, right? So,
yep.
once again, thanks again tonight, and play loud, play proud.